All right, good to go.
Cool. So first question, evaluate the progress of Right Now Technologies and assess the situation as of the end of 2003. Apply the business model framework to help you with the assessment. Focus your efforts on why the company has succeeded, and why it faces whatever challenges you identified.
Are you looking at the case discussion questions or the pre-discussion?
I don't know. I'm just.
I think we're supposed to do the one that says.
Oh shoot! Yeah, I'm not looking at the right questions.
Oh.
Some of them are the same. So the first one is, what value would you place on Right Now Technologies?
So is Right Now, are we talking about like 2013 or whatever it is? Or 2003, I mean?
Yeah, I think so.
I think so.
So based on the valuation of other companies on that one exhibit, like 6 or something? No, exhibit 3.
Mm-hmm.
Based on their valuations, I took the average market value divided by revenue. So for 2003, I got a valuation of 161.
I did the exact same thing. Yeah, 161,455,500.
Yeah, that's what I got.
Yeah.
So you just divided the.
We multiplied 35,879 by the average multiple or the average factor for market value divided by revenue for all the other businesses, which was 4.5, which was on like exhibit like 7 or 8 or something like that.
Exhibit 3 shows
So,
it
so the multiples.
off to the far right, like it shows like an average, median.
So what's the multiple?
4.5.
I didn't even look at that, but I said they should at least have a 4.5 multiple. Because I looked at exhibit 4 and the multiples they have there.
Oh yeah, I looked at those too.
And they seem to be like growing really fast, so that's why I'm getting that. What revenue did you multiply by?
The 2003.
Yeah, I did it for both 2003 and 2004 just because the pre-discussing question asked about like a future valuation. So I did it based on the 2004 expected revenue, and I got a valuation of 240 million. I don't know if that's part of the questions, but.
Wait, so where does it show the 2004 like expected growth?
On exhibit 6. It shows total revenue for 2004.
Yeah.
Which
I mean,
one?
there's a note that's exhibit 6 on page 19.
Oh, there it is.
There is a note that says that the numbers differ somewhat from the actual, but that's what I use. And then I used the 2004 multiplier as well.
Right, which was like a little bit lower, wasn't it?
Yeah, 4.0.
4.0, yeah.
So, I mean, I think, because those are the averages, those are lower than the medians. So, I mean, if you use the median multiplier, it would be even more than that.
Right.
So, but yeah, I'd say around 160.
So the future valuation, if you use 2004's revenue,
Yeah.
you got 160?
240 for the future.
Okay.
160 for 2003. So, so done with that one. So
Yes.
please provide a range of values rather than a single number. How did you come to this conclusion? Oh, that's a good question.
So it wasn't good that we all got similar.
What's that?
Said maybe we should have had different valuations so we could have been done with that one already.
Well, the thing is too, like it lists the different multipliers for different companies, but I have a hard time determining which one's closest to
Yeah.
right now.
Well, here's
I guess
my
you can do like
question. My question was, it didn't give. Let's see here. So in Exhibit 3, is that in thousands?
Yeah.
So it is in
I'm
thousands.
pretty sure it is.
I mean, it said like in the exhibit above when it's showing the numbers for right now, it says it's in thousands. But if this other one was in thousands, then these numbers would be a lot lower than. I mean, except for one of the companies, it'd be a lot lower as far as. Or no, all of them. Yeah. So
So a lot. Which one are you looking at? Exhibit 3.
yeah. So Exhibit 3. I mean, you look at all these companies, and even if they were in thousands, like in 2003, like the highest revenue would be like 7.9 million.
Or maybe
Whereas,
or tens of thousands.
yeah, so that's why I got confused. I don't really know how to compare.
That's true.
Because that being said, these numbers or these companies are a whole lot smaller if it was the same, if it was in thousands, like it
Yeah.
is in Exhibit 2 or whatever.
I think their multiples also depends on how fast they're growing. Because
Yeah. Oh, I can't imagine it being in thousands because like the Kana software or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Why would you value a company at just 93,000? Like,
Yeah, I don't know.
but then like 47 billion would. I don't know if that would make sense either. Guess it's possible. But even I guess like so yeah, like referring to an exhibit 4. I mean that's adjusted price divided by revenue, but I don't know a range.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh well.
All I know is that wasn't the first valuation like 100 million, and then the next one was like 129 or something.
it was like 116 or something.
I just don't know what to go off to get a range.
Maybe you just change the multiple to lower or higher.
Yeah, just go like 5 higher, 5 lower. Or like 0.5, I mean, whatever.
Uh-huh.
A little margin of error. Yeah, right.
Right.
I mean, you could even do an entire point, just
That's-
because if you're looking on here, it goes from 5.9 to as low as 1.5, but that's outlier. Whereas, I mean, I guess the next one would be 3.6. So,
And that's the thing too, like we're going off of revenues, but in previous ones we've gone off of like the EBIT, DA, whatever,
hmm
which is a lot lower than the revenue.
right.
But I don't see the financial data. It doesn't even list that for.
So, next question.
Where is that? Oh. So if we did 3.5, got a valuation of 125.5 million. Up to 197 million. So 125 to 100. It's a big spread. But anyways, is that should we go on to the next one or?
Yeah.
Get 30 to 50 internal rate of return. What exit value did they expect? Will they expect?
So are we gonna are we supposed to just do 40%? Like they would get 40% of the company?
Yeah, that'd be an average. Yeah.
Well, I mean, Greg owns 60%, so they would own 40%.
Well, this is rate of return, not necessarily an equity split.
So on their money they gave Greg?
Yeah, so this is like the rate of return on their investment.
So like 32 million or something? That's how much they gave him, right?
Yeah, wasn't it? Didn't they invest like 16 million?
And then he got another 16.4 million. So he got 16 million and then a 16.4.
Was what page are you looking at?
This one's on page 5.
Page 5.
It's like at the end of the section, like in the middle. It's the end of that
2.4
section.
million. So that was in 1999. Their post value was 100.
Oh, was that the first one?
Yeah, the second one is, I think he hasn't decided about it, has he?
Second one, 16 million.
Maybe not.
And the second one, year later. So it says on page 6, it says 1 year later, a day after its first round, they closed on 16 million Series B round.
Series B, led by some partners. Okay, so some of, yeah. So that was 32 in all.
Yeah, 32.4. And if they expect 30 to 50% return, so close to like 50, or like like 40, what is that, 42 to 48 million?
Is that when we're doing an exit value? Is that just their valuation and then figure in their investment?
Hmm.
So the internal rate of return is the interest rate.
Not really sure.
Right? So Google says.
So do we have to put it into the interest formula, or
Is the interest rate at which the net present value of all cash flows from a project. I don't know. I don't get it. It'd be nice if we're supposed to answer these questions if these are the ones we're supposed to be discussing.
yeah?
Go to the next one.
Yeah, maybe.
Or we're still trying to figure it out.
I just don't know how to calculate that. I don't know. Maybe we can
Let's
come
get
back
some-
to it.
Wouldn't it just be 50% increase on what they invested?
Well, for an exit value, depending on what they do, like if their exit is like they're trying to get out of it, so they want back, don't they?
Oh, what?
Don't they want to get all of their investment back in an exit?
Plus 50% of what they invested.
Maybe.
I think
So
that
their
might
investment
be it.
plus 50% or 30 to 50% more of what they
Okay,
invested.
So if they invested 32 million, they want the 32 million plus 16 million.
Plus 30 to 50%. Yeah. So like 42 to 48 million.
So you're thinking like, say they invest or they valued the company at 100 million, in those two series, they invested 32 million, and they want to get 50% rate of return. So you add another 16. So you're thinking that it would be like 148 million exit. Is that how you're thinking?
No, I wasn't thinking about.
So like plus their initial evaluation plus their investment plus whatever percentage of the original investment.
Maybe, but it doesn't seem like they would only invest to only get that much back. So maybe what you said was right.
I don't know. I'm not like I've been looking it up, but nothing is really making sense to me.
That's how I am.
All right, next question. Want to go to the next question?
Sure.
So we're supposed to talk about the options that he's considering, and decide what he should do. Consider his goals as well as the goals of everyone else involved in the venture.
So he talked about 3 different options.
Yeah, we had 3 options. Sell it,
Yeah.
keep it in IPO, and keep it in just without an IPO.
Yeah, so my first thought, I mean, he obviously didn't need the money. He just kind of started this business because he was bored, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just for fun. So, I mean, my initial thought is like, he's not in this business to make like quick cash. So I feel like selling it out just because it's the easy thing to do isn't the right thing to do, especially buying it. First off, it's all stock options, and I mean that industry. I mean whatever they're doing. I mean, which is I guess similar. I don't quite understand the difference, but they said it was in a decline. So potentially, even though they gave him a really good evaluation, I mean it's not doesn't look like it's gonna get much better from there. I mean it definitely should, but I mean doesn't. I don't know. At least for me, it doesn't look appealing.
Doesn't look appealing as it seems at first.
Right.
Well, I also thought it was interesting too. It says he managed to keep a 60% equity company. So he still has like control of the company, and it seems like that's kind of what he wants. Whereas if he went to an IPO or whatever, his equity would be really diluted, and he wouldn't have as much control. And it seems like he's more like at first he was the only salesman, and he didn't care if it started out slow or how fast it grew. So yeah, like you said, Taylor, it was just I think for him it was just kind of something for him to do because he was getting bored.
He did promise this town he would give them a lot more jobs. That's one everything he said.
It seemed like with the IPO though, the only thing from what I got, it seemed like the only good thing that it talked about was it would be good for like marketing for getting more awareness.
Yeah.
It seemed like that was the only good thing he talked about. besides like raising a lot of capital.
Good. It'll help them grow faster, I guess.
Yeah. Well, and it said
So-
right now did not really need the cash infusion from an IPO. It was cash flow positive and had been for some time.
So you
He also
chose
taught
that.
him for a year.
Did you choose the third one then?
Option 2B.
Mhm.
I think that's what I would say.
2B, which one's that again?
Reject the acquisition offer and continue to grow organically. But at the same time, competition, like if there was, like he's got to be worried about competition. If he doesn't grow quickly right now, then there's always a chance that competition will force him out.
Yeah, I mean, and for that reason, I think that 2A might be the best. Like you said, like it would dilute his equity, but I mean, I feel like as far as like this for the success of the company, I mean, I think that might be the best option. I mean, I was just looking at what he was saying towards the beginning of the case, and it mentioned that what do you say? I mean, it talked about how, I mean, not only did he get bored, but shoot. So he's like, I had the money box checked off, but I didn't want my tombstone to say he caught a lot of fish. So from that, I kind of got that, like, he wanted to kind of leave a legacy, like he wanted to build something big. And I feel like in order to, I mean, obviously selling the company off wouldn't do that. And then even though going public would dilute his equity, it's still like something that he created, and it's not like combining with another company, I guess. I don't know how to. So I guess in my eyes, I feel like for the company, for like the success of the company, going public would be the best option.
It would help them with their mark, be more well known.
Yeah.
Right.
Talk about
And I mean, and then it talked about how,
like
I mean, a lot of the other companies went public. So, I mean,
said that Salesforce.com spent 50 times what right now is spent on marketing. So they had greater brand visibility.
Yeah. I also look at this. It said part of him thought that he should keep his head down and focus on the core business of pleasing customers. Selling the business to an inquirer or to the public could come later. I don't
Good.
agree with you. Like, it almost seems like he should do it sooner if he really does want to grow the company.
All right, is that it?
I think so.
I think so.
Man, I just want school to be over already.
Yeah, no kidding.
My last semester.
Yeah, me too. What do you got planned? You got a job lined up?
No. I had a friend who he had a job lined up, 50,000 starting pay, 2 semesters before he graduated.
Nice.
Nice. I still have another 4 years.
Supply. He did supply chain for Walmart in Arkansas.
Oh, nice. Well,
All right.
are we using that last one as our summary?
Yeah. The part where I talk about graduating and stuff.
Cool.
Oh well.
So next, there's no other case or group meeting for the week, I don't think.